Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. Today we have from 2006 Adventure Team G.I. Joe Air Adventurer. This G.I. Joe Adventure Team figure is from 2006 and was available at Walmart and Hot Topic. This is in the style of the old vintage coffin box, and just take a look at this great artwork. It has a blonde flocked G.I. Joe up in the front, and it's got the Air Adventurer wearing that classic orange jumpsuit. It says Adventure Team G.I. Joe right here, and Kung Fu Grip, and it says Hasbro Air Adventurer with lifelike hair, and beard. Let's go ahead and take a look at this packaging here. The side of it, look at that. It's got some of the old classic images from that I remember from the Adventure Team, since I grew up on Adventure Team, and those are the figures that I played with. Here we have Black Widow Rendezvous, Fate of the Troubleshooter, and Underwater Explorer. On the opposite side, we have Jaws of Death at the bottom, Drag Bike, and White Tiger Hunt. Again, the back is just plain, but boy, these coffin boxes bring back so many memories of my G.I. Joes. So let's go ahead and take a look at the figure on the inside. Well, folks, you're not looking at a mistake. This is how the figure came. This, we can see, is a Sea Adventurer that's inside of an Air Adventurer box. And that was an error that was done by the manufacturer, putting this figure in this particular coffin box. But that's how they came. It's an error having put a Sea Adventurer inside of an Air Adventurer box. But this is how he came. Now, the difference with these Walmart figures is this little plastic clamshell that they put. That's actually a neat idea, because my original G.I. Joes that I bought, they just came loose inside there. They did have some paperwork that I can remember, but they did not have this clamshell holding them in place. Well, let's take a better look at this and see if we can get the clamshell out. The figure out of the clamshell. Here it is. You can see, here's what he looks like. Now, the back, the figure has these twist ties, but it's not as many as some of the classic collection figures where you have what seems like a million twist ties in the back. But let's go ahead and we'll take a better look at this figure in just a second. Here we have the figure. He's got short black boots, denim jeans, dungarees. He's got his blue shirt. You can see the AT, or the Adventure Team, decal here. He's got a reproduction or a AT dog tag. See what's on the back side. There it is. G.I. Joe, Adventure Team, Adventure Team. He's got the holster with the LeBell revolver here. And this is the face sculpt on this particular figure. It's got a light flocking on it, not a real heavy flocking, but it's got classic G.I. Joe body. Let's go ahead and I'm going to bring in a vintage head so we can kind of go ahead and compare the flocking and the face sculpt. Granted, the actual head is a little different on this one as opposed to this one here. You can really tell the difference in the flocking. But this is vintage. This is the 2006 Walmart. If I bring in a Cotswold head, there you go. The head also on this one here is a little smaller that I can see, but there he is. This is this particular figure. Now, he's got Kung Fu grip hands, and it tells you in the box. These things they're getting a little stiff, but they're still okay. It's a little pliable, but he's got his standard articulation for the classic style body. Little snaps in here. Legs work great on this figure. Do a little split on him, but here we have the figure. I'm comparing this figure to some of the figures that I really have available here real quick. Some of my figures are a good chunk of them are in storage containers right now because we're doing some moving around and some cleaning up. So I grabbed what I could, and just for comparisons, so we can kind of gauge his size compared to, here's one of my Guyperman figures. Again, I showed you this earlier. Here is a vintage G.I. Joe that I will stand him right next to. If I can get him to stand. He's not, I have restrung him, so he's good to go. And then finally, or what I'll do is I'll put these two figures here. I'll put my Action Man figure that I did a video not too long ago on. He'll go right here. Here's Eagle-Eyed Action Man right there. If I can zoom out just slightly, there he is. And let me zoom out a little more. And I'll put the when I did a video not too long ago, he's still out here, so is a Tank Commander from the Classic Collection. Tank Commander. He's right there. If I can get him to stand up, buddy. Stand up. I think what hurts these particular is their boots. They're real rubbery, real soft, and not very. He almost needs a stand to help him stand up. But there he is. There he is. Okay. Hopefully he'll stay there and not fall down. But here is a comparison with this G.I. Joe compared to some of these other figures. Boy, it's great to have some of these, and we can do different things. Well, there he went. But we'll go ahead and move him out of the way and bring in the stand-in on this Cotswold figure that I had, that I went ahead and created and used a 21st century uniform on him. But there he is. Either way, there they are. That's all I have for today. My look at from 2006 Walmart's G.I. Joe Adventure Team Air Adventure. Let me know what you think of this figure. I know there's not many of them out there. There are, but this little error that was made on these figures where they put a sea adventurer inside of the box where an air adventurer belongs. But I'm glad I have this figure in my collection. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you have this figure? Do you have the vintage figure? Either way, if you would do me a favor and like, share, and subscribe to my channel. This really helps the channel out. And if you would click on or turn on the notification bell to receive notice of future upcoming videos. So let's add to the action with Action Joe Figs.